Hello YouTubers, this is Outdoor Living Chris. I got two new products I just kind of want to go over. I kind of liked, so I thought I'd share them just to show you what I kind of got. So these are the TCT companies, Survival Bracelet and Survival Grenade. TCT stands for the Trail Company. And I thought these were pretty, there's a big fad going around with the whole survival bracelet and survival grenade, and there's a lot of good quality items out there. A lot of some I'm just thinking not so much. So I found some that actually I kind of liked and it's been working pretty well, so I thought I shared. One thing I like about these is the paracord is pretty well tight fit, and I've had these submerged in water, fast moving rapids, just a lot of inclement weather, heat, humid. I mean, I'm Mississippi. I've been backpacking there recently. A lot of different weather when you backpack there. And so far, no problems with this whatsoever. And along with the survival grenade, this was also submerged with humidity, heat, wind, all that jazz, and still it's stuck pretty well together. And I love the kind of very high quality steel carabiner this kind of comes on. I mean, these aren't just your normal clip-on carabiners. You really have to unscrew it, screw it back in. Comes with a screw like that. And there's actually, the cool thing about that is there are actually different holes in which you can get that length. So you want a tighter fit or a looser fit, you can actually do that with that. And that, I kind of like that. You know, sometimes you see that cheap plastic or that kind of like that aluminum type carabiner that doesn't hold on well. These are pretty high quality metal in a sense, and I actually appreciate that. So a little bit about maybe the philosophy of kind of why I like these, why I think they're kind of useful. First off, I think the most obvious would be the paracord. So if you look at both these have 21 feet of paracord. And cordage is something that, extremely useful in a survival setting or just maybe in an emergency setting. I've done some very basic wilderness survival type camps and schools and whatnot, and the one thing I sucked at the most was making cordage. It's frustrating, it's tedious, and I really don't like doing it. So one thing, to compensate for just me not liking to do it is to make sure I have a lot of paracord and cordage with me, so I don't have to run into that situation, because cordage is absolutely super useful in a survival situation. Coming from making your shelter to making traps to, I mean, everything. It all survives around cordage, and with these two things, you're not gonna you're gonna have spares, and you're gonna have as much as you need, and I think that's kind of cool. And also, just so let's kind of go over what does this all entail. I mean, obviously this is just paracord, but so in this you actually have aluminum foil, an alcohol pad, a fire starter, and also a razor blade, 2 fish hooks, 2 floats, 2 weights, and 2 swivels, 2 needles, and 2 safety pins. So a lot of different items that can be very useful in a survival situation and also just in an emergency situation. I mean, recently we've had a lot of bad storms in the region I live in, a lot of tornadic activity, and it's just not bad to have these one kind of around. Alcohol pad, if you see someone around, you can disinfect. And cordage can also be used for tourniqueting. I mean, there's just a lot of options, and you just never know what you're going to run out into, so it's good to be kind of prepared. But with all the items I said, like the blades and the fishing line and the hooks, it's good just to have this, put it in your car, put it with you in your pocket, or even if you want to hook it to your belt or to your hunting bag. You're always going to have at least the bare essentials you need to survive for at least a little bit, or at least so you can get help, or just maybe just to make your condition stable until someone comes and gets you. And I think that's actually a really important feature. So again, the TCT grenade and the survival bracelet, very important. Items I've carried almost every time I'm going to either go into the woods, or I know there's bad weather coming, or I might be facing an emergency situation. You never know. And so, like always, thank you for your time. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Please like. If you have any comments or questions, just put it down at the bottom, and I can answer the best I can. And thank you very much.